foul number 5 on Illinois State here. Pretty clean game, despite the fact that we've seen some defensive pressure. Brown.
Catch and shoot 3. Bangs it in.
He likes it out there.
Brown, NBA 3 straight on. Bucket for Trent Brown.
Another catch and shoot 3 for Brown. He's knocked down a pair of them now. 7 from the field. He's got 10 first half points.
Corner Brown, another 3 on its way for Brown. Bullseye!
Third 3-point make of the first half.
Penetrates to the basket, all the way off the glass.
What a first half for Trent Brown.
Kasuki got that ball fake and wound up on the hip of Trent Brown, and Brown has really done a job for Brian Mullins here in the first half.
What's gotten into you?
Lord, I can feel the strength.
Well, keep your strength in the dribble, all right?
Here's Brown. He just traveled.
Can't do that.
Well, Burford with a nice recovery there to make Brown think about that shot, and he lost it.
That's a rueful smile coming back down the other way.
Trying to increase the lead here on Illinois State as we approach the 12-minute mark. This is Johnson, gives it up to Ferguson now. He penetrates, works, and his shot blocked. It was Kendall Lewis who came over and swatted it out of there. And as the shot clock expires, a 3 was forced up that time, alertly, by Trent Brown. Now the Redbirds are back in transition. Poindexter's 3 rattles out.
Those shots are so tough when you pull up at high speed, trying to make that three-pointer. You're almost always deep with it.
Redbirds had a good look at it there, but couldn't make it. And now Illinois State 0 of 12 in three-point shooting here tonight. Six on the shot clock. Johnson's going one-on-one with Lewis. Gives it up.
Brown with 4. Brown with 2. Hoists a 3 with 1. Bucket, Trent Brown.
He hit it again. And the lead is 8 for Southern. 11:04 to play. The Salukis have stretched the lead to 8 after a big three-point make again from Trent Brown with the shot clock winding down. And the visitors lead Illinois State 49-41.
Southern Illinois is winning this game at the arc. Trent Brown has made 4 of 5. As a team, Southern Illinois is 9 of 17, which comes out to about 53%. And they guard the three-point line as well. I guess that's borne out by what ISU has done there. 0 for 12 so far. And that obviously is the difference in the game.
That's the game in a nutshell right now. In a nutshell. 9 three-point makes for the Salukis, and the Redbirds have yet to make one, and it's a 49-41 game in favor of Southern Illinois. So the Saluki lead is back to 5.
Brown, an open 3 on its way, and it goes down.
Another make for Trent Brown.
Defender slipped and fell down, and Brown made him pay.
He's 5 of 6 from beyond the arc. A 17-point game now for Trent Brown, who averages 7.5 points a game. What a difference he's made in this one.
Saved it on the baseline. Finds Trent Brown again, and he's got a 6-3.
He's making everything tonight.
That's a tough break for Illinois State, but this kid is on fire.
He's 7 of 10 from the floor, with 6 of those being three-point makes. He's got 20 points on the night.
Kendall Lewis, 2 hands it in. The Foster got taken away by Ferguson. Midcourt stripe. Ferguson all by himself, and he slams it in with 2 hands. Exclamation point. Jarrett Hensley pumps up that maroon jersey, reminding everybody in SEFQ Arena that it's all dogs tonight.
What a hard-fought victory by Southern. I thought their defense was excellent. You had fearless shot making at big times, and just a good basketball game both ways. And man, if that's Missouri Valley basketball, it's worth coming to watch. You know, Trent is he's earned everything he's gotten in this game. He came up big. There's no doubt about it with Marcus Damask in the stands and his other buddy Dalton Banks on the other end. That really obviously motivated. We'll find out here in a little bit. But, man, the way he made clutch baskets, very impressive.
Coach Mullins celebrating here behind us with the dog pound that was able to make the trip up here to Bloomington Normal as Coach pops on the headset. The victorious head coach, Brian Mullins, join us 71-64, the final score. Coach, congratulations. It doesn't matter how you cut it up, how you get it.
Yeah.
Road wins in this league are so hard to get. How did your team get this one?
Just sticking together. I thought they had a great mindset throughout the day, this morning, throughout the whole game. We didn't play perfect by any means. Didn't shoot the ball well in the first half, came out. Second half was able to make some shots, stretch the lead a little bit, and then just grinded it out in that second half. I mean, that's a good team, and it's a challenge to guard them. But everyone stepped up. I think the guys who played here last year really came ready to go. X and Trent, those guys were locked in from the beginning, and those guys had big-time games for us.
Coach, you mentioned Trent. You guys tell him all the time, have confidence. Shoot that thing. Tonight, career high 6 threes for him. I don't want to put it as simplistic as this, but what is the difference of when you get the Trent like tonight where he's locked in, he's going 6 of 7, shooting it. Now, most teams are going to try to make sure he doesn't even get shots off because that's why. They know he has that capability. But what maybe is the secret way to make sure that Trent knows you have the utmost confidence in him to do like what he did tonight?
I don't think there's a secret way. I think it's, Trent's worked extremely hard this year. That was a special performance he put on. I've coached him for a long time, and he had a great look in his eye throughout that game, throughout these last 48 hours. And, I think hasn't shot as well as he wanted to the past couple games. And, that's why you have veterans. That's why you guys have seniors to be able to win games on the road. And he was locked in.
Tonight's Marion Toyota player of the game is Trent Brown. And, man, what an effort tonight by this young man. Didn't get over 39 minutes again, but 38 minutes, 7 seconds for Trent tonight. Made 7 of his 10 field goal attempts, 6 of 7 from 3, 20 points. And those 6 3-pointers, a new career high for Trent Brown since he made 5 back at Hinkle Fieldhouse in that big road win against Butler just a handful of years ago. Trent, congratulations. Just what a win for you guys. I mean, we talked about it with Coach Mullins a moment ago. I mean, I've never had the ability to do what you do day in and day out. I mean, what is it like, Trent, when you're out there and you're just in such a zone being able to make so many key big-time shots?
I mean, obviously, you never really know when the next one's coming, but your teammates just try to find you and they keep talking to you. It's obviously a special feeling. There's nothing like watching the ball go in, which I didn't see a lot of the last couple games. So it's one of those things you just kind of have to put your head down and just keep working. I give a lot of props to one of our coaches, Sam Ebersold. I mean, he's just in my ear all the time. I work out with him almost every day. And obviously, Coach Brian as well. I mean, they just consistently text or just talk to me on the side or whatever else. They just know the work I put in and how badly I want this for this program. And so when it all comes together, it's a pretty special feeling and special moment.
Is this a fun place to shoot the ball? Is there good depth deception or perception, or is this kind of a shooter's gym?
I would say so. I mean, it's a nice gym, but it's even better when you win. No, I'd say, yeah, in terms of just perception or whatever else, there's nothing that's like glaringly in your eyes or like that. Sometimes there can be roof lights that can be right through the rim, but no, this one, obviously, it felt good tonight.
It's a little early to ask this question, but I'm going to anyway. What did you feel was different about tonight that you got more space? How did that happen for you?
Just continue trying to move without the ball. Obviously, I can get stagnant at times, or I know they're going to try to like face guard me or whatever it is, and sometimes I can just feed into that and let that happen. But I mean, it's really just coming down to I can't pass the ball to myself. I mean, that's Xavier Johnson. I mean, 9 assists or whatever tonight. I mean, he's just an incredible workhorse. Just everybody, just obviously Troy D'Amico. I mean, they just want to find me the ball when I'm open. So I can't thank them enough.
One of the areas, Trent, and I don't want to just focus on those 6 made threes you had tonight, 7 made field goals from the field, But even when your shots haven't been falling, the reason you're still out there is your basketball IQ. It's your knowledge of the scouting report. It's what you're doing defensively. Where have you made those strides this year? You've always been a smart, intelligent guy. I mean, even in my years at Indiana State, you always knew your stuff. But from that side of it, Trent, where have you grown the most?
I'd say just the importance of every single game. Obviously, you learn that as you get older. Obviously, when you're young, you don't realize how these early conference games, I mean, they mean just as much as they do at the end. You might be battling for something at the end, but you let one of these slip, and it's a problem, and it comes back to bite you. And just one of those things. Man, you can't. I mean, coach demands it. I mean, knowing the scout and whatever it is, and they do such a great job with the personnel and tendencies and this and that. So it's on you to own it, but they give you a great option for success.
Did you guys have to fight a little bit about it not being the us versus Dalton show, or was that something? Was it ever discussed? Is it something that maybe you guys addressed early to move on from it, or how did that approach into this game go?
Obviously, we tried not to talk too much about it. I mean, he was a great player for us for multiple years. Great kid, great family, and we miss him. But it's one of those things when you're coming here to beat Illinois State, and that's what we were focused on.
Can you feel these fans when you were out there playing?
Absolutely. I mean, our fan base is incredible, and for them to drive up here and come out and show that support and be as loud as they were and battle against the rest of the arena, it's a special thing that this group can do.
Well, I know it's probably got to mean special to you that Marcus Damask drove over to watch this game. Of course, him last night going up against another one of your former teammates and guys that are in your age group, and Lance Jones, which was really a treat to watch those two go at it in Mackey Arena. But not just the fans, but what does it mean to see Marcus in the stands tonight? I know it's the first time we've said on the radio that he was here tonight, but I know as a classmate of his, as somebody that went to war with him a lot, that's got to mean a ton to you.
Yeah, I mean, he's one of my best friends. Still is. Still talk to him all the time. He and Lance. It's one of those things, like, you form such a bond. I mean, we were the three freshmen that came in together. So the amount of hours and tears and blood and sweat that you put through, I mean, that doesn't fade right away. That's something that sticks and lasts. And I'm excited to talk to him and see him, but I think it's a special thing that he came back to watch and support.
Trent, we'll let you go on this note. One of the areas that has looked like in practice, at least recently for me, is I think you guys have always had a good attitude in practice, but there's been much more communication in practice. And really more from your perspective, I hint to, is when there maybe is a scouting report type mistake or issues going on, you're one of the first to speak up. You and Xavier, too. Have you felt that? Do you feel like it's not just on game day where it's showing, but you guys are becoming a better practice team day to day, and your communication is picking up there?
Yeah, I mean, Coach has the quote, he might butcher it, but failing to prepare is preparing to fail. It's one of those things that it's obviously he wants us to take ownership. He wants it to be a player-led team. I think we're trying to take that on day by day. We're not perfect. I'm nowhere near perfect, but if you can talk it out and hear it from player perspectives and what you guys need to do, because, I mean, Coach can say what he needs to, but we're on the court. We're the ones that have to do it. Even if we make a mistake, we got to make the mistake together. And I think that's just what we've become starting to get better at, and we got a long way to go.
Trent, appreciate the time, buddy.
Absolutely.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Great job, man.
Once again, that was Trent Brown, our Marion Toyota player of the game.
Speaking of confidence, 6 threes for Trent. Talk about his shooting.
Yeah, happy for him. Just a competitive game for him. Competitive spirit, was locked in. Saw those first couple go in and played very aggressive, even driving the basketball, drove closeouts all night. So just proud of him.
Obviously, it's a huge thing for our program and for these guys in the locker room. We haven't had a lot of opportunities to go on to true road territories and get a win, so it's a special thing and it's a special feeling in that locker room post-game, but trying to get a win, every single huddle has to be great. I'm so proud of all of them. I love those guys.
Talk about some of the key plays down the stretch, not just shoot threes, but the way X played defensively. What were the keys that got you over the hump in the second half?
Yeah, I mean, obviously, X is always going to be who he is, which is just an absolute winner. He's a workhorse. And I think it was just the willingness of everybody to just keep coming play after play, whether it was good or bad. No one was ever just pointing fingers or getting down on each other. I think just our team unity and collectiveness is what got the job done today.
Career high 6 3-pointers for yourself. How was the stroke feeling tonight?
It was good, obviously, you know. It's always fun when it goes in, but you can't look at it too much because my shot can feel just as good on a night where I go 0 for 3, 0 for 4. I mean, I just went 1 for 7 the other game, so, you know, it's just the way things go, but obviously it was a good one tonight.
Defensively, 0 for 13, I think they start the game from 3. Talk about how you hang your hat on perimeter defense.
I mean, threes hurt. Threes hurt you, and so it's just something that we got to focus on. They got a lot of guys that can shoot the ball really well. They can run it up in a hurry. They push in transition, so just one of those things you got to stay on top of because you can think you're doing well, and then everything goes south really fast.
Good friend of yours, ours, a good friend of the program, Dalton Banks. Did you have a chance to say anything to him?
I didn't have a huge stance. We said what's up in the captain's huddle. Just kind of gave a small nod, and we knew obviously we were going to have to compete for the next couple hours. But I have nothing but love for that kid and how much work he puts in for himself and for what he did for this program. I got nothing but love for him.
Where does the program go? You're 5 straight wins, but you haven't peaked yet. You feel like what's the next step?
I think just keep getting better on the defensive end, knowing how to cut and move off the ball. I think we're nowhere near our ceiling yet, which is really exciting. We still have droughts in games where I think we can iron out. So I'm really excited to see where this team can go, but I know this group can get there because it's just a bunch of special guys with just really good people.